Ionavation. We out in New Rochelle, Ionavation. Moving with Intel, Ionavation. Now we in the groove, Ionavation. We making money and moves, hey.
Hello, Ionavators. Welcome back to the Ionavation Podcast. I'm May.
And I'm Bert, and today we have Jessica Carreiro joining us. And Jessica Carreiro is a student at Iona College who took an entrepreneurship class at the Hynes Institute, and she brought her design to reality, and so she's here to tell us some more about her experience.
Yep. So why don't you tell us about the entrepreneurship class you took, who was the professor, and a little bit about what your startup idea is?
Right, so I took Intro to Entrepreneurship last semester with Danny Pataki. I decided to take the class because there were a lot of great recommendations from current Iona students, and I decided it would be a good idea to really help try to take my ideas to the next level, learn what kind of steps and what process for the current ideas I have to make them a reality.
Yep. And your idea is an adaptive clothing, so
yes.
Which is super exciting.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Right, so this is an adaptive bra. What it basically is, adaptive clothing is like this is Velcro right here in the front. So the whole purpose behind this is to make it easier for people with special needs or people with current disabilities or anything like that to put on their clothes on their own. So I work with a teenage girl with autism, and she has very low motor functioning. She isn't able to dress herself, and because of that, I have to dress her, and she has to buy all adaptive clothing. And there aren't any current stylish options on the market right now, so I decided to design a stylish adaptive bra for her.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So why don't you tell us a few of the skills and strategies that you got from your entrepreneurship class that you applied to your startup?
Right. So I learned a lot in my entrepreneurship class. It was very, very helpful. I would recommend it to anyone who's interested in taking it. I learned a lot about pitching and creating a pitch deck. So specifically, I learned about things like creating a value proposition for your idea, collecting supporting data, learning what the core capabilities are for your product, and financial aspects, the total addressable market, things like that that are really important if you want to go forward with your idea from class. And then I also learned about a lot of things like channeling what passions you really have and how to take them to the next level and how to turn them into reality, which was very helpful.
That's awesome.
That's really exciting. I'm sure that's going to put a couple smiles on some faces at the Hynes
Absolutely.
Institute.
Yeah, so what is the next step for your prototype?
Right, so right now I'm really just getting a lot of help and advice from family and friends and my former professor, Danny. He was very helpful and he continues to be. And I'm trying to collect more data and do more surveys and create more prototypes and actually test them on people so I can find out what works, what things I have to change, just making changes until I really perfect the product. And I actually posted a picture online, and I found out there could be many other uses for the bra other than what I was initially thinking. So right now I'm just trying to reach out and figure out what I can do to make it better.
That's awesome.
And did you get a chance to have Katie try it out? How'd she respond to it?
Right, so Katie can't speak, but since I've worked with her for a couple years now, I'm pretty much able to communicate with her just by understanding her facial expressions, and she'll be able to say the first letter of some words, so I can pretty much have my own conversation with her in my own way. So I first brought this to her family, and her mom was all for it. Katie gets very upset seeing the kind of things that her mom wears that she can't even buy because there's nothing out there right now for her. So I ended up bringing it to her a couple weeks ago actually, and she was able to completely put it on her own, and she was never able to do that with any bra before. Wow. So it was really great. She really loved it. She gave me a lot of good input because she's able to type on her iPad, and she was really happy about it. So
that's really cool.
Wonderful.
That's
so exciting.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you participate in the Iona Innovation Challenge because this is an amazing idea and it should be, many people should hear about it. It's really wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you very much. On that note, we are going to mention a couple events that are going to be happening
yes.
This week. And an event that we're going to have is an e-talk with Pete Kolash on Wednesday, March 13th from 3:30 to 5. And he's going to be talking about building a whole person, a holistic approach to business and life mastery. He is a high-performance coach and life strategist, and it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
We also have a
CEO Entrepreneurship panel. So for those of you who don't know, CEO is the Collegiate Entrepreneurs Organization here at Iona College, and we just want students like Jessica to kind of talk about their startup ideas. So we will be having a panel, so stop by and really see what your peers are doing.
And that is an invitation to Jessica.
Yes, Jessica. How would you like to be on the student panel?
Yeah. It's going to be really exciting. We also have another workshop called Making Sense of Your Data with Ben Gaines, and that's on Thursday, March 14th from 12 to 1. And he's basically going to be talking about how to basically analyze your information, what's the next step with all the information that you've been working very hard to gather. And in addition to that, we always have co-working every week. From Tuesday to 3:30, from 3:30 to 5, Wednesday from 1 to 3, and Fridays from 10 to 1. And that's just a collaborative workspace at Gale Venture where Iona students can work on projects with fellow students, mentors, and faculty to develop their ideas.
And also stop by and get help with your milestone. I know it's coming up, the next one, so be ready. And we're here. Awesome. At Gale Ventures.
So thanks again for joining us. It was awesome having you here.
Yes.
One last thing, we have this gift for you. It's a wonderful T-shirt from the Hynes Institute
thank
team.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. And see you next time. Pa.
Hey, we really working. Gale Ventures is the spot. Bert and May got the podcast hot. We innovating, no debating, we creating. Ionavators in our lane, never hating. We just worry about us and what we do. Ionavation Podcast show, get in tune.